right, welcome to another edition of the Session Talk Show, and I'm your master of ceremonies for this evening, Jonathan Coleman of the Media Blast PR. And with us, we have Boi Durty. He'll give us a great interview, talk about his music, talk about his new project, talk about his past, present, future, everything he got going on. Plus, he does work in the community, and we love having people that work in the community here on the program to talk about all the humanitarian work they do. And also joining us tonight is the blogger Jess of JessLikesMusic.com. So she's one of the hottest music reviewers in the game right now. She got a lot of good music reviews, commentary on good music, and what better, got to have her for this show, because we're gonna have Boi Durty on there as well, So yeah, let's go ahead and enough of me talking. Before we bring everybody on, I just want to say that you're welcome to bomb the comment section if you got any questions. We usually do this on Facebook, but as you know, Facebook don't like me anymore. So we're doing it on Twitch and YouTube. So definitely follow us. If you're following us on Twitch, you can subscribe to us at the official Media Blast. And if you're on the YouTube, you can follow us on Twitch TV as well at twitch.tv/the Media Blast. All right, let me go on ahead and bring on the co-host, and we're going to bring on the guest. Jess, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, just doing a show. Yeah.
It is always.
Yes. I'm everywhere. Just like Boi Durty.
Right. Yeah.
We're going to talk about that. Yes. Now, before we get into the interview, I want you to, plug your blog, tell everybody about the content that's on there and what you have coming up in the future.
Okay. So yeah, like he said, my name is Jessica, but everybody calls me Jess, of JessLikesMusic.com, which is a blog that's all about highlighting artists, talking about lesser known facts about music and lesser known facts about artists, and shining a light on some of these independent musicians that are out here, particularly like our Mississippi ones and our Southern ones, because that's where I'm from. I'm a Mississippi girl. And then I also have New Notes, which is with Just Likes Music, which is our music listening club. So if you want to be a part of that, you'll follow us either on JustLikesMusic.com. You can follow us at Just Likes Music blog on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So if you like all things music, come over to Just Likes Music.
Definitely. And I want to say you should put Boi Durty's music into the listening club. And you guys,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, we would love that.
Yes, definitely got to just spread that love, man.
Right, yeah,
definitely. So let's go on ahead and bring on Boi Durty. Boi Durty, how you doing?
Bless, man. How y'all doing, man? Thank you for having me, man. I'm here.
Definitely. Thank you for being here. Yes. Now, before we get into before we interrogate you like a cop, we want you to set the tone by telling everybody, by introducing yourself and telling everybody who you are, and then we're going to get into the Q&A. And I also want to say, Jess, too, with you being, such a, is it safe to say, music nerd, you could take the mic if you got something you want to say. Just jump on in there. You don't have to wait until. So yeah, let's get this going. So Boi Durty, pass the mic to you.
What's happening, world? This is Big Homie Durty. I am the protege of that legendary rap group, the Two Live Crew. I've been in the business for over a couple of years. I ain't gonna tell you that much, but I'm gonna let you know we in the business. We still in here, we still vibing, and we back to breathe life in the hip hop, not death. If y'all want to party again, you got the right one. Durty stands for don't underestimate real talent. You heard? I'm back, baby. Let's go.
Yes. Well, you know how we do this. We start with the past first. How did you come up on the Two Live Crew? Like, how did that, you came up on the Two Live, how did that come about? And,
Well, a lot of people think the Two Live Crew originated out of Miami, Florida. They didn't. They came from a base in Pasadena, California, where my big brother, Fresh Kid Ice, he was in the Air Force, and he started doing the music first. Brother Marquise was out of Alabama. And the group was formed. The first record they ever did was called Beatbox. And Chris was always about growing the artist and building the artist and doing everything that he had to do to put you on that spotlight. So the first artist he ever had was everybody known Flo Rida. Flo Rida was the biggest artist in the country, and then he started Chinaman Records. That's later he found me, and then he found Monte Cristo, several artists, and we just been producing all type of records in the background, writing the hits that everybody know, like Hoochie Mama, Me So Horny, all the stuff that keep them on the dance floor. But I'm back with a different vibe now. I'm trying to get people to party, have a good time again, because we got away from what we do best. Then I want girls to get back on that dance floor. Why y'all in the club so hard, man? Let me get y'all back to party again. You did?
Yes. Yes.
I'm kind of curious. Like we talked about, we're talking about 2 Live Crew, but just you personally, how did you even know you wanted to go into music? Like, is it something that started at a really young age, or how did you get there?
Well, how I got into the music was my mother. My mother was Gloria Hines. She started with singing behind Shirley Caesar, Edwin Hawkins and Tri-State Mass Choir. So my family already was big in gospel. So gospel was the root of the music for me. And watching my mother do the gospel and traveling all over the world, that inspired me to do more. She said I was a little boy beating on her pots and pans, so she knew I was going to be in the music some kind of way. So once I did that, a lot of people don't know, I was originally born in Mondeville, Jamaica. I came here when I was 15 years old, and I've been rocking ever since. This time, like I say, man, I want people to have a good time again. We're losing too many of our youth to death and the gun violence and all kind of crazy stuff right now. And the mental health awareness out there is very important. So if I get out there and at least reach 1 or 2 people, I know I did my job.
Yes. True indeed. True indeed. Now, who are some of the people that inspired you to do what you do coming up?
Man, I like I said, I came up on the 2 Live Crew, so that party era. So shout out to Trick Daddy, JT Money, you know what I'm saying, 69 Boys, the Splat Pack. But my real biggest influences are rest in power to the late DMX, you know what I'm saying, Tupac, Biggie, you know what I'm saying, Raekwon, the Ghostface. I like rappers that tell stories and that will always keep you engaged. You know what I'm saying? It's good what people are doing, but if you don't have some type of engagement, the attention span in the industry now is so short. So if people are not listening if you don't catch them in the first 5 seconds, you're dead. So you got to say something that makes sense.
Oh yes, true indeed. And I'm glad you gave a shout out to DMX and these boom bap hip hop golden era legends, and because it seems like they don't make music like that anymore, but I'm glad artists like you're keeping it alive, and Jess, definitely jump in there because I know, you have a broad music taste as well.
Well, I was just like, when you were naming off some of those artists, like you were saying the DMXs and Ghostface, one artist I was thinking about was like Scarface, just because of how you tell your stories. Because see, I did my homework. I listened to it. So, but like I can see that Florida sound, but you also kind of really dig into the storytelling aspect, and I can see like those influences. I can, like when you were naming them, I'm like, that makes sense because I can kind of hear them in that. But one thing I was curious about, being that you said you were born in Jamaica, does your culture play a really huge role in the sound you create, or even how you tell the story?
Yeah, absolutely. What I was saying, I always tell people in music, you have to create a voice first. And creating the voice is that once I get them back on the dance floor, then I show them that other side of me and they'll see my culture. So I got on this album that I'm doing now, I got a lot of reggae tracks and stuff like that. And with the single that's out right now that's picking up buzz, Big Stepper, I kind of snuck it in there to show y'all I'm Caribbean by giving y'all that Bob Marley with that natural Florida sound and mix that could just be love. So when people hear that and they get back on the floor partying again, they be like, okay, so they won't be surprised when I go out there and do a full reggae track and they be like, he Jamaican. That's what I really want.
Oh yes. And speaking of Jamaican music and Jamaican artists, are there any Jamaican artists that you want to shout out that you really touch you?
Man, I love. First of all, I love the Marley family, hands down. I like, but from the yard, I stick with Carnal Official. I stick with Busy Signal. Those are the artists that when because they party artists, and I guess that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I love Cutty Ranks, and I love Busy Signal. All of them. Everybody that has that party. Like Matt Cobra, people that people don't think of. Shabba Ranks. You know what I'm saying? Because Shabba Ranks will yell at you about everything. So I like that.
Yeah. Oh yes, oh yes, definitely, definitely. Oh yeah, Jess, it seems like you want to keep it going. Jump on in there.
That tickled me because I love reggae music and I love dance hall. So like you were saying, he'll yell at you. That's so true. It's
Yeah.
a aggressive sound. It was like, why are they yelling? But I like this. Why is this a thing? But one artist that comes to mind is Spice. Could you see
Yeah.
yourself collaborating with somebody kind of like that? I feel like when you think of the dance, that's what it made me think of.
Oh, absolutely. I will always be a part of. That's my coach. I would love to work with Spice. I would love to work with any of the people from the yard. It's very important to me that I give my culture and show them that I'm just not doing, as we're doing American sound, but I'm doing a more broader sound. So I don't want to ever be considered as a local artist. I want to be, show a more global artist. Because when I go on the road, that's what's going to shock them. Because they're gonna remember all the songs that we did with Two Live and all that stuff, and that's what they're gonna remember. And then immediately I'm gonna punch them right in the face and do that. Somebody want your body like a clock, tick tock, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, he reggae Jamaican." And that's it. And that's it. So once I get people partying, they're gonna look at me like that's not the same person. So I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of tour and stuff and performing, where's some of your favorite places to perform?
Oh man, so hands down, I love anything in the Caribbean islands, anything in the Caribbean, because they lose their mind. Anything overseas, they go crazy. They don't even know your word. Like if you go to Japan, you know they don't know nothing you saying, but they party. And when they party for real. They take over the whole venue. But in the States, man, I've been fortunate enough to be in LA, New York, Chicago, but what stands out the most is it's been ATL. ATL has been that party atmosphere. Like when I step on the stage, the people go crazy there, and I love that.
Ah, okay. Yes, yes, yes. And speaking of, like I said, when you go overseas and they don't really understand, they can feel it. They can
Yeah.
feel it. They're not going by what you're saying, but they can really feel it. I'm gonna do a little side note, then we'll get back to you. I want to ask you personally about the Super Bowl. Bad Bunny is going to be the halftime performer, and a lot of people, certain types of people, got something to say about Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl, and the thing they're going with is, we can't. He doesn't speak English, even though he's Puerto Rican, so it's pretty much, what's your take on that? Because everybody is
My
talking.
my thing is this: being that I served in the military, and I know, and I'm a proud. I've been in the Army for over 29 years. I don't really care. So the thing what I tell people is that's what America's built on: freedom of speech. So we should be able to enjoy everybody's culture, whether you understand them or not. But if that music start having you moving, now watch the same people that talked all that crap. Watch them on the Super Bowl; they all gonna be dancing, and I'm gonna be like, no, don't dance. Let Bad Bunny do his show. Don't dance. It's a part of the culture. You know what I'm saying? We had country music. You know what I'm saying? We had gospel singers. We had R&B singers. We had the West Coast. We had Snoop Dogg crip walking on the Super Bowl, and now we finna have Bad Bunny. Let the world enjoy the culture. This is what the reason why our culture is dying, because people got so much to say.
Exactly. Absolutely. Well said. Yes. And for everybody listening, actually, speaking of getting back to performance, are you performing? Are you have any upcoming show dates and tour dates or anything like that you want to shout
Right,
out?
right now we're locking down overseas dates right now because it's the end of the year. I'm saying I'm like, everybody. Nobody, I ain't got no Christmas songs. I can't be like Jingle Bells. I ain't got none of that. So I'm gonna go. My job is just to go overseas, get people excited, and get the stage knowing. So when I come home, I touch down. Like right now, all it is for me is the groundwork. Everything media, everything I can touch media. The main big things I got. Cause shout out to my team and shout out to Sadie Star and my whole team over there. They got me debuting in my first movie. So I'll be leaving to go to Chicago, and I'm playing a role in a gangster movie, so that's dope. And they're working on some other movies. I got like a horror Halloween movie coming up that I'm supposed to be in. So it's they're trying to reach me in all aspects of entertainment, and that's what I want. I prayed to God to give me a right, strong team around me, and that's what He placed around me. And now I'm just pressing. I'm pressing to be out there. I told them I want to work every day. I shouldn't just sit in the studio. I need to be on the road. I need to do this because I want to make sure people enjoy music again. If I work, the artists that I'm signing under me will see what I got to work just as hard as he do, or he ain't going to work with us.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Jeff.
When you're talking about signing artists and, being a boss in that regard, how do you handle being the boss and the artist? Like, what's that balance look like?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that narrative. A lot of artists are afraid to sign to artists, if that makes sense. They don't want to sign to, like, if you already an artist, people are afraid to sign to that artist because they think that, oh, you're not going to pay as much attention to me that you pay attention to yourself. Well, in my rule, how I was raised, I'm so Caribbean. I'm like, if you rich, I'm wealthy. So I don't care if you come and sell 30 million records more than me. I ain't mad. I'm going to be sitting up tap dancing straight to the bank. Appreciate you. Let's put another record out. But guess what? I'm going to come out. My thing is about the coaching. The coaching is all competition. And with my label, that's what I'm creating. I want the competition. I want everybody to get excited. I want people to move around and just go crazy about the industry. So that's where I'm at.
Definitely. Speaking of having a strong team, definitely salute and shout out to King Jacob. He's on, checking us out right now. Definitely salute to you. And I also want to touch back on the movies and things like that. Now, do you have anything that's currently out that people can stream or everything?
Oh, no, this is I've always did music videos. I'm going straight to the screens. This is all God right now. I'm going straight to the big screen, and I'm going in there to do my thing. I've always been an actor, as they say. I clown and I like to make people have a good time, but I'm a workaholic, so it don't matter what venue you put me in. I'm going to eat. Like if I'm on stage, you're gonna feel me whether I'm on screen or I'm in front of you on stage. So that's the most important thing to me. So when I get into this film, shout out to the director, Billy Valentine, because he do a lot. Him and Sadie took the awareness to chop it up and say, you know what, we need to put Dirty in this movie. So I'm gonna do this, and we gonna make the world back to where it used to be when people get excited, because there's no more excitement about music. I want people to wake up on that Monday or Tuesday morning and say, oh, Dirty album for to come out. I need to get there and get it first, because the streaming game is different from when we used to put out CDs. I argue with a lot of the artists back and forth, just joking with them. I'm like, oh man, I did 19 billion records. I mean, you made $1,900. I mean, in streams. Like those streams, you made $1,900. You still broke. You still owe the record label, the promoters, the distributors. You still broke. So that's a nice, pretty trophy. But if you want a trophy, I'll go buy you a trophy and just hang it on your wall. Let's sell records. Let's get back to selling gold albums, selling platinums. Half artists I talk to don't even know when I say have you to go diamond, what that means. So that kind of scares me when I say I'm trying to go diamond, and they're like, "What's diamond?" So that kind of scares me. So I want people to get back into knowing our culture and the industry right now.
Oh yes. Well, let me ask you, what do you think the culture has gone wrong, or what do you think? What do you think has changed how things are going?
We lost too many of our leaders. We don't have a voice no more. Every generation changes, and when the music goes a certain way, but we lost too many of our leaders. And I tell people all the time is when you get so high to a certain point, there's people are watching you. They'll try to make sure you're going to do what they say or you're going to get back knocked down. So and they're glorifying the wrong stuff. They're glorifying money, you know what I'm saying? Sex, drugs, murder. They're glorifying all of that because they're cloning us out here. The industry, you think the big execs at the 5 power labels out there, you think they really care if we kill each other? We are worth more money when we're dead than we are alive. That's the reason why no labels are really worried about it. And when we start killing each other instead of working with each other, I remember there was a time when you could pick up the phone and get a feature from your artist. Now it's like, yeah, man, call my manager, man, and we'll work something out. Like, what? We in the same culture. Let's go out here and eat and make the people have a good time. Because I always tell my team, Think about the last record unified globally that everybody in hip hop remembers that left an impact in your life. And everybody come up with all the records, but they forget it's one record that everybody really, and that was Will Smith's Summertime. When the last time you had another record like that? You haven't. So to me, it's so important to bring the culture back to make people remember stuff. I want you to say, I remember where I was when that record came out. Not, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that record came out. I always challenge people. You name me 5 artists that's out right now. And no disrespect to none of the artists, because I know they see the lives and be like, oh, dirty talk. No disrespect to none of the artists. But name 5 artists that got an impact that you're going to hear from 10 years from now, that you will remember. And when I tell people that, everybody think and start scratching their head, because you can't think of 5 artists that we have right now. So
yes,
let's breathe life back into the culture.
Absolutely. Jess, can you name anybody?
No. Everybody I think of is like, 90s, whatever. Because again, I was born in 94. So, my area is like, we have no legends. I talk to my sisters about that all the time. We don't have any. Y'all got all the legends. We just don't. And we want them. They're just not there.
All of the legends in your era and the era that's out right now, God have mercy on their souls and their families. We're losing. Yeah. Those are legends. We're losing all the legends. All of the legends that's now, we seeing them on murals on walls. They paint them on walls instead of putting them in to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, putting the star on the wall, putting the star on the ground. So that's why when people say, man, you're going so hard for 2 Live, I said, because there's one thing that's missing. If they didn't give us our star, so I'm going to go and make sure these brothers get their star. They deserve it. Their families deserve it. So that's what I'm out for.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thanks for keeping them going, keeping them alive. And just yes. Oh yeah, King Jacob is in the comment section. Artists need to, mentorship program to teach and educate on everything involving the music business. Absolutely. Now, Boi Durty, I want to ask you. Now, I know your artists, the ones that you signed. I know that you coaching them, but do you just kind of take artists under your wing in general, or?
Yeah. So the goal with the team is I'm directly going to sign 5 artists in all genres. Because I'm going to do something that hip-hop is not expecting. Because I came from gospel. So we're going to have gospel, reggae, country, hip-hop, R&B. Covering everything. Every market, everything. Because I know how my Christian folks is, because I was raised. I was a drag baby to church. I got drugged all the time, so I know how they act. But I always tell people, don't read the book, open it. Don't read the cover, open the book up and read, and then you'll know the man. Because God is number one for me, period, before I do anything. You know what I'm saying? Before I walk on stage, you know what I'm saying? Now, when I get on stage, it might not sound like I know God, but I know him. But I want people to have a good time and party, man. And that's what it's about, man. If I can wake up the industry again, that's what it's going to be. So we're doing 5 artists. I'm signing direct. And then after that, I do development deals. I'm going to put artists, because that's what labels don't have anymore. No major label can show me a development department that develops their artists. That's why we don't have another Prince, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston. You'll never see those artists ever again, because we're not developing artists. Let's put an artist in the pocket, keep them there for 2 years, develop them, get them right, teach them how to be on the stage, teach them how to talk in interviews, and then put them out there and watch the difference. You'll see.
Yes, now let me ask you this. Do you think that it's just not a lot of good teachers right now? Or do you think there's just a lot of hard-headed artists that just don't want to take direction? What do you think?
I don't think it's the artist. I think it's we give up too easy now. You know what I'm saying? The generation is like, man, I ain't finna tell this boy no more that he finna run into that brick wall 3 more times, so they give up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it has to be somebody that's not afraid to stand up. You know what I'm saying? I walk into a jungle for a reason. It could be a lot of YNs just chilling there. I'm going to walk into that jungle. And then if they feel you, they'll feel you and know that you're real. A lot of these kids don't have fathers and mothers So they have to be the father and the mother themselves. So when they rap about what they see. That's when people always say, "Oh man, y'all was with Two Live Crew." I said we rapped about what we saw. We saw a lot of butt shaking and a lot of everything. So that's what we saw. So that's what we gave y'all. It was a shock thing. And you know what I'm saying? And I always tell people, pay homage to the people that was before you, because if it wasn't for Luke, if it wasn't for Chris, that little sticker that's on everybody's album, that parental advisory, we wouldn't have nothing. They fought the good fight. So nobody wouldn't have been able to curse. Nobody wouldn't have been able to do mixtapes. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to thank the ones who actually went and fought and opened their doors for you. That's why it's so important to me. A lot of people always say, man, you show always on Two Live Crew. I said, because if it wasn't for Two Live Crew, I wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here. Not none of you wouldn't heard no Plies, no Rick Ross, no Kodak Black, no nothing. Nothing come out of our market if it wasn't for Uncle Luke and the Two Live Crew.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, not enough people give them the flowers, you know?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Jess, I'm going to pass the mic back to you.
So I'm just curious, you know, you talked about a lot of the artists not having, you know, the parental figures in their lives and just different things that they go through. What advice would you give them if they're trying to, you know, pursue this career, but they might be dealing with hardships or, you know, dealing with the lack of resources and support?
If you really, truly want it, and you really, truly want it, listen. That's all I tell the artists now. Just listen. Find you somebody. Get you a mentor. Get you somebody you can just listen to. Somebody that's been there. Not nobody that's trying to sell you $25 and I'll play your music online. Not nobody that's trying to tell you, hey, man, I can put you in the magazine, and they don't have no plug. The first word I tell our young artists to run away from is if a person immediately runs to you and asks you what your budget is because you're in the street and you're doing your 1-2, that's the person you got to run from. Because before they ask you that, you got to know what their resume is. Mm-hmm. Why are you asking me what my budget is? What's your resume? Who have you done anything for now? Because this music industry is not about what you did in the past. It's what you're doing right now. So I can't be on every night talking to artists and always, yeah, boy, Two Live, we are not. I have to keep showing them this is what I'm doing now. And when artists look up and they see me in Chicago, they'll see me in Detroit, they see me in New York, they see me constantly moving, I'm like, this is what you have to do if you really want it. So find you a mentor, and you know what I'm saying, and then find something you believe in, and then do it, and watch all your dreams come true.
Amen. Oh yes, oh yes. I'm glad you dropped in some gems, because we know we got artists that tune into the session. They want some good advice, and I'm glad, you know, a seasoned veteran is sitting them down and speaking to them, you know, because they need to hear this, you know. Yes, yes. Now let's get into a little bit of the present and the future too. We talked about you know, the films. Is there anything, because we usually do the plugs towards the end, but I want to get a little bit more out of you before we wrap it up.
Okay.
You know, what is it just in general, what's going on with you with the music right now?
Right now, the music is I'm trying to teach artists how to create their legacy right now. Right now, this is a class for me. What I'm doing is a complete class. I want you to pay attention. Most people go to high school and college and all that stuff, and they sit in the back of the class and they don't learn. I'm telling people now to open their eyes and watch everything that I do. Pay very close attention, because this is how you stay away from the foolishness, all the trauma and everything. I started because you don't want to get to a point where I'm at now and then try to teach somebody. What woke me up is I lost my girls, and their mom got killed in a car accident by a drunken driver. I started a foundation. It's called Finally There's Hope Foundation, where every year we try to give all of in the inner city where we can't get help. We give book bags out. We do all the good stuff like that to make sure people have it. And next year we're doing 20,000 book bags across America. So shout out to Office Depot and Staple. Everybody is teaming up to help. And the United States Army. Everybody is teaming up to help. And then I tried to do what my mother always wanted. My mother always gave out these stipends where she paid kids' college tuitions. year end to help them get acclimated when they first get to college, because a lot of people don't know how to do it. So I just wanted to pick up from where she left off. And she always wanted to, finally see her name in light, because she always put everybody else's name in light. So I told my mama, that's why I titled the album Gloria Jean's Son. So it's her name, and the world gonna know her name. I'm gonna get the whole world to be country for a minute. They say we country down here, but I'm gonna have everybody be like, you got that Gloria Jean's Son? Yeah, everybody country now.
Oh yes. Definitely. I'm glad you mentioned the organization too. You're doing work in the community. And if there's any way myself and Blacktopia can help you out, if you have anything coming up in North Carolina too, we can come out and move chairs, pass out stuff, whatever people, whatever we need to do,
Absolutely. We're doing a couple of things right now. We're trying to sit down with the mayor of South Carolina. We're going to talk to the mayor out there in North Carolina as well. But like I said, that book bag drive for next year is going to be so important to me, where we're going to put 5,000 book bags in every market, where King Jacob is, and where you might be at, where where Sadie is out in Chicago and New York. We're just going to place them strategically across. You know what I'm saying? Now I know I got somebody in Mississippi. I'm coming to the silk and be like, drop some off in the silk, and we give back. You know what I'm saying? Can't make all of them, but I'm sure going to try to get around till I get to all of them, because like right now with the new single I got out, I'm trying to do something different. I listen to what everybody putting on the radio, and it all sounds the same. So I'm just trying to punch them in the chest. The one thing that we're running away from is our black HBCUs, and I'm running directly towards them. So shout out to all of the HBCUs out there, all of the frats and sorrows. Y'all better get ready. Big Steppers is actually made for them. So when they hear and they start stepping and going crazy, then we got something for the college, and then we going to have fun. But shout out to all the HBCUs. I went to FAM, so, it's something special on that hill, them rattlers out there.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Yes.
So at the end of it all, like, you have your foundation, you do your music, you're working with other artists. What do you want your legacy to be?
I want people to know that right when hip hop was on life support, I breathed life back into it. Right when people was about to count us out and give up on it, I created other legends. And once I do that, and when God called me home and I closed my eyes, I know people will say, job well done. That's the only thing that matters to me, is creating other people that can be able to sit and talk to people like yourself 20 years later after dropping their first record and be like, we did it, and we here, and we want to teach this generation. That's the only thing that matters to me, because a lot of people care about the fame, but I care about my name and who I am as a man and what I bring to the table. And when I leave this earth, you know what I'm saying, ain't nobody coming to visit you every day. So while you here, you know what I'm saying, while you here, you leave an impact. And I want to leave an impact on the world that's breathtaking. Every time I walk in the room, they going to know it. I'm a big clown. I always tell people I'm the Bernie Mac of hip hop. I'm going to say stuff that people are going to be like, did he say that? I'm going to be like, you damn right. I said, that's for Lord. I ain't scared of it. So, no, I want people to have a good time, because laughter is the key for me. So, yeah, man, that's what I want people to remember me. I made you smile. I taught you, and I gave you good music. That's it.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. And I want to say this too. Speaking of, so you got, I'll just get back on the movies right quick, and then we're gonna plug some stuff like that, and wrap it up. So you say you got some comedies you're working on, right?
Yeah, I'm having fun. Yeah, I'm a clown. I'm a clown, but I'm gonna wait until I'm about Bernie age. I'm still too young for that. I'm gonna wait till I'm grown, and then the music, I can't do no more music. Then I'm cussing all y'all out. Hold on. I'm waiting. Right now I'm being patient. Right now, doing music, a lot of people think, man, he write music. I write music like this clockwork. But right now, I'm just working on my material. I'm going to get my material right now. I'm talking about everybody and their grandmama before I close my eyes. So as long as people laughing, that's all that matters. But yeah, that's important to me. Laughter is the key. You know what I'm saying? I want people to have a good time. I want people to come to the concert and get tired. You know what I'm saying? When you come to my show, I want you to take your heels off. See, girls leave concerts, they leave how they came in. Cute and fine and sexy. Not from my shit. I'm sweating them baby sideburns off. Them damn wig, you gonna take your wig off, the heels. You gonna be holding your heels trying to get to the car. Girl, my feet hurt. He get on my nerves. So that's the type of party that I want to bring back into people's life, where they tired and they sick of me. And they be like, I'm sick of him because my feet hurt. Yep. Have a good night.
Yes, and I want to say it seemed like a lot of the older artists, they get down and, but a lot of, like I said, the YNs, they sit there and they just stand in one place, rock back and forth,
Yeah,
on a show.
yeah, because of the fact that it's not that they're lazy, but it's what they see. They don't have nobody in front of them to show them. You know what I'm saying? I come on stage and my whole set is live. And then half the time I go out on stage, it's either just me, like how DMX used to do, it be me or maybe some dancers behind me. But that's it. Now the YNs, they got 3,000 people on stage. You don't know who the rapper is. Everybody got a microphone. Everybody got a camera. Everybody just bopping, looking crazy. And what the crowd is doing is they're singing back with it because they know the song. So you're going to pay $300 to go see somebody that you just listened to driving there on their CD. So I want to give people that feel, jump into the crowd and get back to what we're doing. I haven't seen in no market yet and this is a message to all the legends out there and all of the YNs. So if you're watching this, know this, start getting back to your people. I ain't seen nobody do no autograph signings no more, no personal stuff. Everybody too famous now. Everybody too bougie now. So I want people to get back to reaching out to their people, and then you don't have to worry about ops. You know what I'm saying? When you have to worry about ops, it's because you did too much. Keep your face clean.
Yeah. Amen, amen. And I also want to say too, like the artists, when they do these meet and greets and all that stuff like that, they want to charge extra money, an arm and a leg, just to only certain people can get in, not true fans and stuff. It's like, man.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm gonna tell you this here now. On your old set, and then with the blog and all this stuff, I don't care. You come to see me, I'm gonna sit there until the end. Now, if you wait until like 3 o'clock in the morning, you take too long to get through that line, then I'm gonna be like, hey, I'll holler at you tomorrow, but I'm gonna sign your picture. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we got to get back to. I'm gonna take a picture with you, I'm gonna sign it, but we're gonna have fun. I want people to always feel the experience. They paying for an experience. They get up, they want to go out, have a good time with you, and they want to go home. So I want to give people that.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yes, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you live, man. Yes.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm telling all the promoters in the stage right now, book me while I'm cheap.
Absolutely.
When I come back from overseas, it's the price change. Well, for Lord.
Definitely. All right. Well, we're gonna get ready to wrap it up.
Yes,
Jess, are there any last minute questions before we get into the plugging part of it?
I don't know. I just enjoy listening to you talk because you're funny. You're just funny. You're entertaining to listen to.
Yeah.
So it's been interesting learning about you and your background, and it's just, I think too, like you talked about with the meet and greets, that's kind of the Southern way. We're not trying to be rude, and I don't waste all my time.
Yeah.
But we want to love on you. We want to have that community, and I don't know, a lot of people, they really are missing it now. So I appreciate seeing artists who actually do value that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Let me get to my people. I always tell everybody, I don't have fans, I got family. That's what I build. I build family. So once you into the dirty world, you my family. So that's it. Y'all my family. I don't have fans. I don't look at titles no more. I'm be like, hey, that's my cousin. That's my sister, man. You got to go holler at them. You want to interview with me, sucker. So that's how I got to be. Once you get one time with me, I always tell people, because they see this around my neck a lot. It's the Last Supper when you sit there. So it's the Last Supper. I tell people you only got one time to eat with me. One. And I already know people going to lie on me, backstab me, do all that stuff. But once I know that, you only got one time at that table to eat with me. Once you get up from the table, I'm going to say, check, please. Got to go. You're on your own. So, that's what it's going to be, man. So, again, thank y'all for having me, man. It's always an honor to sit down and talk to a king and a queen that believes in the same thing that I believe in, and breathing that life back into the culture, and expanding the youth's mind, because I'm also working. I want to say this, because shout out to the Hope Foundation. I just became the ambassador for the Caribbean. So I am for education. So now that by me having that, and shout out to Body Armor and David Ford for sponsoring and everything, that's what I really want to do. I want to take everything that we have and give back to the people now. So that's it.
Definitely. Thank you. Is there any links, anything, any emails, somebody that you want to plug and stuff like that? People to get in touch?
Just blockrunnersentertainment.com if you need to find me. All the information is on there, the whole team information on there. So if you want to contact me, if you're trying to book me for a show, it's book, BOOK, Boi Durty Now, BOIDURTY NOW, book Boi Durty Now, and somebody will get back to you immediately, and we coming to your city and we gonna party. That's it.
Yes. And I want to say one last thing to the artists and stuff that may be listening. This was a master class right here. This, like what he said about you got to have that camaraderie with your fans. You got to y'all family. Don't come to the meet and greets all stuffy and stiff like you don't want to talk. And another thing too, when you get a piece of the artist's personality and get how they are, that make you want to check out the music. You know what I mean? When you say, "Oh man, he cool," or "Dang, he fun," that make you want to check. So artists, if you want more people streaming your stuff, man, you got to be a person that people want to fuck with like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard you curse. I was trying to be good the whole time. Holy.
Yeah, I the one did it.
Hold on, let me give them 3 of them. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I got my 3 out.
You had to get them out.
Yeah, all right. I was trying to be so good. I was like, dude, don't curse. Don't curse. He said it. Oh, shit.
I was the one to do it. I know, right?
I always wanted to do that.
Oh, man, it's all good. Yeah, definitely. And also, just plug too before we go.
Oh, yeah. If you like all things music, come over to justlikesmusic.com. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Just Likes Music Blog. If you want to get in touch with me for whatever reason you might want to, it's justlikesmusicblog at gmail.com. Yeah, love to have you.
All right. And this is it. This has been the session. Definitely check us out. And also hit me up, info@themediablast.net. If anybody want to advertise, also if you need more PR, more marketing, reach out to me, info@themediablast.net. It will get you out there on more platforms, media, email blast, whatever you need. All right. You guys don't got to go home, but you got to get off this thing. Good night. Yes. All right. Definitely. Thank you, Boi Durty.
Yes, sir.